The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee is the Senate's main watchdog, investigating scandals and holding officials accountable. But when Senator Panfilo Lacson resigned as chair, citing lack of support from colleagues, the committee's work ground to a halt. The high-profile flood control probe was immediately suspended, leaving critical questions unanswered and public trust shaken. Lacson's exit exposed the fragile balance of power and the internal politics that can paralyze even the most vital investigations. Without unity, the committee's authority evaporates, and its oversight role is compromised. The investigation's future is now uncertain, stalled by delays and political infighting. This episode reveals how quickly Senate oversight can be derailed by internal rifts. Lacson's resignation is more than a personal move. It's a symptom of deeper political currents that threaten accountability. The public is left wondering, who does the Senate truly serve? At the center of the Senate's crisis is a massive flood control project scandal, worth over 500 billion pesos. Allegations of rigged bidding and kickbacks implicate not just contractors, but several sitting senators, including Joel Villanueva, Chiz Escudero, and Jingoy Estrada. The Senate now faces the unprecedented challenge of investigating its own members, testing its impartiality and resolve. Former Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales has criticized the Senate's history of shielding its own, warning that this undermines both justice and the nation's reputation. The scandal has turned the Senate from investigator to subject, creating a profound conflict of interest. The legislative agenda is at risk, and the Senate's moral authority is on the line. The public demands transparency and accountability, but internal loyalties threaten to derail the process. This is a defining test. Can the Senate police itself, or will it protect its own? The answer will shape the institution's credibility for years to come. With Lacson's resignation, the Blue Ribbon Committee is leaderless, and its crucial investigations are stalled. Senate President Tito Soto faces the daunting task of finding a new chair, someone with integrity, courage, and the will to confront powerful interests. The search is complicated by Senate politics and Soto's own fragile leadership. Whoever takes over must decide whether to pursue the flood control probe aggressively or steer clear of controversy. The committee's independence and effectiveness now hinge on this choice. Delay only benefits those under scrutiny, giving them time to regroup and obstruct justice. The next chair's resolve will determine if the Senate can restore its oversight role. The stakes, nothing less than the public's trust in government accountability. The flood control scandal has exposed a deep conflict of interest within the Senate, as implicated senators continue to shape legislation and potentially influence the investigation. Public skepticism is fueled by the Senate's history of protecting its own, casting doubt on the integrity of the current probe. The Senate has the power to discipline members, but rarely exercises it when political alliances are at stake. To regain credibility, the Senate must prove that no one is above the law, even its own. The pressure is mounting, and the institution's reputation hangs in the balance. The coming weeks will reveal whether the Senate can rise above self-preservation and act in the nation's interest. Its legitimacy depends on transparency and the courage to confront uncomfortable truths. The path forward demands sacrifice of political expediency for the greater good. Choosing a new blue ribbon chair is now the Senate's most urgent task. If no one volunteers, Senate rules dictate the position could fall to Senator Erwin Tulfo, known for his tough, populist style. Tulfo's leadership could dramatically reshape the committee's direction, either revitalizing its investigations or steering clear of controversy. The new chair must command respect and show unwavering commitment to the truth, regardless of political fallout. This decision will signal the Senate's true intentions, a renewed fight against corruption or a retreat into self-protection. The public, media, and civil society are watching closely. The next chair inherits a committee in crisis and a nation demanding justice. Their leadership will define whether the Senate can repair its reputation and fulfill its oversight role. The Senate's credibility is under siege, with Lacson's resignation and corruption allegations fueling public doubt. The institution must act decisively to prove it can hold its own members accountable and restore trust. Political maneuvering and delays only deepen skepticism. The outcome of the flood control probe will be the ultimate test of the Senate's commitment to justice. Concrete action, not speeches, will rebuild public confidence. Appointing a credible chair and resuming the investigation are essential first steps. Every decision now will be judged against the backdrop of this crisis. The Senate must show it is a resilient institution, capable of self-correction and dedicated to the public good. The Blue Ribbon Committee is the Senate's principal tool for exposing corruption and holding officials to account. Its power depends on the support of the Senate and its willingness to confront even the most powerful. Lacson's resignation revealed how easily internal politics can cripple oversight. Despite these challenges, the committee remains vital for public accountability. With a new leader, its future, and the Senate's credibility hangs in the balance. The public needs a fearless, independent committee to champion justice. The path the committee takes now will shape Philippine governance for years. The nation is watching, demanding that those in power remain answerable to the people.